In this video, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know when going to Citadella in Menorca. If you haven't booked yet, then this is also a great video to see and find out if it's actually the right holiday destination for you in Menorca or not. In this video, I'm also going to share with you some tips that will save you a lot of money. Also a few small things to watch out for, and as well loads of tips that will make your holiday in Menorca in general even better.
Citadella used to be the capital of Menorca, but now has been replaced by Mahon. Still, this area is full of history, shopping and different dining possibilities, and definitely worth a visit. A lot of people just choose to come here for one day during their holiday, but for those who like to be in a city with a little bit more to offer that is more authentic than many of the touristy destinations on the island, Citadella can also be a great place to stay for a week or more on your holiday. It's also a great place from where to explore the rest of the island if you have a rental car. So what is there to do in Citadella? Well, there's different markets. On Friday and Saturday you will find one of the markets near the Plaza des Born. Both of these take place early in the morning and close around lunchtime. Also nearby, near Calamblanes, you have a pretty nice water park for those with smaller children, I would say. It, however, is not really big enough or has enough slides to appeal to older teenagers or adults, but definitely, if you have smaller children, definitely worth a visit as well. Also from the harbor, there's a lot of different touristy boats leaving here that will take you along the coastline and to some of the nice beaches in this area. So if you like to go on a day trip to see some of the nature and beaches of Menorca, this is also something I could definitely advise. If you are staying in Citadella for a lot of different reasons, I would definitely advise you to rent a car. Renting a car is super cheap in Menorca if you do it the right way. I normally rented my car when I was there for less than 20 euros a day with fully comprehensive insurance, so full coverage in case something goes wrong. If you have your own fully comprehensive insurance or something like this, then you can also rent it without for about 12 euros a day, or if you want to take the risk, but I don't want to do this. I just pay the 20 euros a day and have the fully comprehensive insurance. I don't want to deal with any hassle. So if you want to find all the companies that I would advise you renting with, there's also some trickster companies you don't want to rent with on the island. This is not a Menorca thing, but it's just happening more and more all over to all the different places I go to. These companies are popping up more and more. They do a lot of upselling and things like this. You don't want that. The companies I would advise you to book with to have these fair prices and great service, you can find also on my website checkedholidays.com/cars. When it comes to beaches, there aren't really any beaches within the Citadella city. There is the Platja Gran, but it's not really a nice location or surrounding. It's much better to walk a little bit away from the city. On one side of the town you have the Playa Sant'Andrea, and on the other side you have the Calamblanes at about 2 kilometers away each. You can walk or you can take the public bus to any of these beaches. Citadella only has a few hotels in the actual city, and most of these are the smaller kind of boutique-ish style hotels. There's actually quite a few nice ones here, but if you want to see the full list of the best hotels I would advise in Menorca, know that I have another video here where I discuss this in detail with the best hotels in Menorca. To make this video I visited 80 of the best reviewed hotels and picked the 15 best ones. Also on my website at checkedholidays.com I keep always an up-to-date list of the best hotels in Menorca. You can book today and know for sure you have made a great choice. So when is the right time for you to visit Citadella, and how will be the weather around this time? Well, November and December I would not advise for anyone to visit Menorca anywhere on the island because it's just cold, windy and rainy. But since this is a pretty big city and there's quite a lot of things to do all year round, January, February and March it's still cold. Bring jackets because it can be rainy also, and it's still gonna be cold. Towards the ending of April you might find some really good deals, but you're still taking a bit of a risk with the weather. It's just when it starts to turn and when it starts to get hot, so it might be an option on a budget. In May, normally the good weather starts in Citadella and also in Menorca, of course, in general. It's also when Menorca really starts to open up, when all the restaurants and bars and attractions start to open up. So if you'd like to come to Citadella, but also want to see some of the rest of the island, this might be the best time for you to go, as you will see Menorca as it normally is in the summer. In June and September, normally these are the best months to visit Citadella, especially if you like to explore a little bit from the island as well, because it's nice summery weather. Normally it's quite dry, the prices are reasonable, the island don't feel overcrowded like it can do in July and August. So for all of these reasons, a great time, possibly one of the best times to visit Citadella. July and August are really the hottest months on Menorca. They're also the busiest ones on the island, and some days can really feel quite humid and unpleasant, at least that is my opinion, but a lot of people seem to like it. If you really like to spend all the day near the pool or near the beach, then this is a really good time for you to come, as it is the sunniest and hottest weather you have on Menorca. Menorca is a really nice place, but there's a few small things I do want to give you a warning about. This is if you're traveling from the beginning of October till the ending of May, anywhere in this period, it can get quite windy. So if you're traveling in this period, definitely bring a jumper or a jacket. Especially in the evening, it gets quite cold on these windy days. Because of the wind, it can also sometimes feel like it's not as hot as it really is, or the sun ain't shining that hot. I travel to a lot of different places, always sunny places. I don't easily get burned, but in Menorca I did get burned. Simply said, put on sunscreen no matter if it feels hot or not, because otherwise you might get an unpleasant surprise. Menorca the last few years has been having a bit of a problem with jellyfish. Just like the other Balearic Islands, there's coming more and more jellyfish. Many of the jellyfish are quite harmless. The other ones, they do cause a pretty bad sting. So always check before in the water if you see any jellyfish. If you're not 100% sure, talk to the lifeguard, or also at the lifeguard tower they always have information if there's any jellyfish or not. So before I continue, I quickly also want to add a little bit of a cheeky tip. I have many more videos covering Menorca here on my channel on YouTube. If you want to find all of those as easy as possible, then don't forget to click the subscribe button. But also about all the other Balearic Islands and Canary Islands, all the islands in Spain, I also have other videos. If you want to find out more about those, also hit that subscribe button to find those even more easy. So what is the best way of getting from the Menorca airport to Citadella? Well, it's not so easy, because Citadella is basically all the way on the other side of the island, so quite far away. You can take the public bus or the public transportation. This means that you first have to take the bus from the airport to Mahon, and from there take the bus that will take you over to Citadella. Both of these buses together will cost about €8 to get you to the other side of the island. A much better way, in my opinion, is to take the shuttle bus. It only costs €3 more, so really ain't that much. And when you come in Citadella, you get dropped off at your hotel reception, not at some random bus stop, and you have to search from there. Also, you don't have to first go to Mahon, which will cost you time, and you have to transfer there your luggage and stuff onto another bus. You don't have to do anything of this, so it's much easier. And also the shuttle buses, they will wait for you if your flight gets delayed. So for all of this, definitely worth the €3 extra. Another way is to take a taxi to Citadella. In theory, this is the fastest way, but do know that it's also a little bit more expensive. The estimated price at the airport is €53, but this is normally not the price you arrive at, because the road going to Citadella is not really made for so much traffic, and there's quite a lot of traffic jams along the way. So if you do get stuck in traffic, the price of course goes up. Also in the weekends or in the evenings, the price go up. So I would definitely always advise you to book before online to make sure that you have a locked-in price if you're going to do this one. Also for the shuttles, you have to book before online. You can find both the companies I like for shuttles and taxis in Menorca, also the ones I used, on my website checkedholidays.com/links.
If you're not 100% sure that this is the right holiday destination for you on Menorca, I would advise you to have a look here on my website, where I have a quick comparison of all the different holiday destinations on Menorca, how they are like, and which one is the right one for you. If you just want to watch some other videos, then these are some other videos of mine covering Menorca that you can watch.